Welcome to Business Talk, presented in collaboration with the University of Rio Grande and the Ohio State University South Centers, from the heart of southeastern Ohio at the University of Rio Grande TV studio. Our goals are simple: promote the University of Rio Grande and the Ohio State University South Centers, as well as advocate local small business and their support organizations. More importantly, promote Southeastern Ohio as a wonderful place to live, explore, and learn. There are many different ways you can find us. The University of Rio Grande Cable Access Channel 17, live online at blogtalkradio.com, and on YouTube if you are unable to catch our show live. Introducing our co-hosts, Jason Winters, Mike Thompson, Patrick Dengel. Thank you for tuning in. We hope you enjoy the show.
Hey, welcome back to our show. You know, Jason, you look really festive.
Thank you.
It
is December, and 'tis the season.
Yes, it is. And you have your Christmas tie.
I do. I have Santa Claus, and I got, Rudolph's leading the way.
Wow. You are ready. I guess the University of Rio Grande is having a Christmas party this evening.
We are. We're having the President's Christmas party this afternoon,
I
beginning
think
at 5, yeah.
And are you going to sit on Santa's lap?
That depends. We won't go into why, but that depends.
I understand. But regardless of that, we have a special guest today. 36 years ago. Now, math-wise, I don't understand that. She's only 29.
I know, that doesn't work.
Yeah, but 36 years ago, her husband and she started a truck stop, or truck store, well, we'll ask her, truck center. And they've gravitated into 40 individuals that currently work there. Been a thriving business and a thriving source in Gallia County. And it's our pleasure to welcome.
I've actually called on numerous occasions when the car stopped or got stuck in a ditch, and always there to lend a helping hand.
Well, we won't go into the time that I locked my keys in the car, and they were kind enough to come out and help fish them out, literally, with the fishing pole. No, I'm just joking. But it's our pleasure to welcome Tammi Brabham. Tammi is the CEO, the president of Brabham Family Enterprises Incorporated. Tammi, it's a pleasure having you here on the show.
Well, thank you for having me. I appreciate it, and it's nice to know that my company's been of service to both of you in the past.
Multiple times.
We're there for you in the future.
So you started out as sort of a trucking company.
We actually started as auto repair.
Auto repair.
Auto repair and emergency breakdown. And over the years, added towing services and commercial truck repair. And we still do all that. We've stretched out a little bit and have a second location where we do strictly commercial truck service, parts, pretty much anything associated with commercial trucks, and still operate the automotive repair at our original location. We have about 10 tow trucks now. And
that's fantastic.
Service motor clubs, etc.
Mm-hmm. So when you started out, were you one of the individuals that repaired, or were you behind the scenes helping your husband with all the important?
No grease under my fingernails, I promise.
No grease.
I was administrative, obviously, in the office, financial, and chief support officer, I guess.
I understand.
Our children were born into the business and grew up in it, became part of it. All three of them learned to be business savvy through being in the businesses with us.
Well, as a matter of fact, one of your daughters gravitated into a really good restaurant. We've had the pleasure of eating there a number of different times.
I call her the foodie in the family. She's the one with the food experience, yeah.
Yes, the Wounded Goose.
Yes.
And the Wounded Goose is in Bidwell. They have a number of unique things there. But Kat, or Catherine, is quite a business lady who probably got a lot of examples from you.
Oh, I hope so. That's very flattering. I'm not sure that she did, but she's a bright girl. I'm proud of her. She teaches me a lot about customer service, and really customer service is what our business is about. Customer service and satisfaction. And no matter what industry you're in, that seems to be the most important thing.
That is very, very true.
She actually mentored one of our students this year in the School of Business for an
Great.
internship. Yeah.
So they work down at the Wounded Goose. And I know that you have one of the programs that help with restaurant management.
We do. We have the hospitality management program, but actually this student was not. She was a traditional business management student, and I think she was working with Kat in the past.
Yeah.
And she said, would you allow me to do my internship here and help
That is
mentor
fantastic.
me into management? And I just finished reading her paper. She did a fantastic job, so
Great.
fresh on my mind.
Well, and then you have Sam, Samantha. Sam has attended some of the classes at University of Rio Grande.
Yes. Yes.
And she helped to formalize some of your expansion with her market plans and her business plans. So I think that speaks highly for the family. And then you have your oldest son, or your only son.
Yes, extremely instrumental in keeping our businesses going. When my husband passed, we'd been in business for 18 years at that time, and we're not expecting anything like that to happen. So Tim stepped up, and we kept things rolling, eventually got our feet back under us, and soon we were ready to start expanding and growing again. And with the two of us together, we've grown the towing side. We do some environmental things and some transportation, but primarily we concentrate on auto repair and truck repair and towing. A service that everybody needs at some point. Maintenance,
We understand.
maintenance, repair, emergency stuff. And like I said, it's always tied to customer service, because if we don't service and satisfy our customers, we're not going to be there tomorrow.
And you have a great new location. Why don't you share with our listeners where you're actually located?
We moved all of our commercial truck operations to our new building at Route 850 and US 35. It's right off the exit, and that's been a good move. We've been there since August of 2010. Gave us a lot more room, space to move around. We were stuck in about a half-acre area before, and now that's strictly automotive repair, and we've got our trucks on about a 12-acre lot. We're able to move around and service a lot more customers, a whole lot more customers.
You were kind enough to give us bring with us a 3-minute video on some of the things that maybe we can.
And Pat, I understand you edited this video.
I saw the video, yes.
But you actually did the editing work. I'm impressed. The technical savvy of you.
Actually, it's a collaboration of many individuals, and it started with Tammi. So very, very pleased that she's been involved. That's one of
So
the
you don't
things-
want us to grade your work, is that what you're saying?
That's right.
I'm in grading mode. This is finals week.
Yes, it is. And I know what it's like to be graded. So maybe Luke or Mike, if we have a chance, we could play the video.
Hi, my name is Tammi Brabham, and I'm the president and owner of Brabham Family Enterprises in Bidwell, Ohio. Our companies are Red's Rollen Garage, Red's Truck Center, and Red's Auto Center. We've operated in Bidwell, Ohio for about 35 years now, and I've been the CEO for 16 of those. Our original location in Bidwell, Ohio is home to our auto repair shop, and it's easy to find. It's right across from the Wounded Goose restaurant. Most of the customers that we serve on a day-to-day basis are people that have a problem, maybe stranded, having an unexpected issue that they can't deal with on their own. Each new employee here is trained on customer service. They're trained to represent my company the way I want to be represented to the public. The spirit of these people in serving the public has been tremendous. Since we opened the new business in 2010, we've expanded from 14 to roughly 30 employees. Our new facility is just off US 35 near Gallipolis, Ohio, and I'm very proud of the job that my family has done in building that business. We have a 6-bay shop there, and we service commercial vehicles for both the motoring public and for our neighbors from 5 to 7 counties. There are quite a few trucking companies in this area, owning anywhere from 1 to thousands of trucks, and we're able to service them with towing, repair, parts. We have salesmen who call on customers on a regular route and deliver parts to their locations. As a business owner, I feel that honesty and integrity are some of the most important factors in day-to-day life. As a woman-owned business, I feel that having a lot of compassion toward the people that we deal with on a daily basis is even more critical, from customers to vendors to everyone that touches our lives.
That is a great video that you brought.
You did
so
a good
thank
job.
you.
You're welcome.
But on the same token, you said a couple of things there that was very, very important. One of them was treating your customers with the kind of respect you want to be treated. And another thing you talked about was honesty and integrity, because people do recognize. But you also talked a little bit about being community involved. I know, Jason, both of you are very active, involved with the community. Why do you like to be involved with the community? You know, you have a very busy schedule, but you've been involved with the chamber.
And the Chamber of Commerce is probably where I first got involved. And it was kind of hard for me because I've never been good socially. I've always been kind of backward. So joining was the easy part for me. Getting involved and being part of events and attending, that took a little work. And once that became a little easier for me, I got involved with board activities, with local events, but the networking is it's immeasurable what it can do for your business. The people that you meet in your community, the things that you just by being involved, it brings so much quality to the business.
I think what you say is very, very true. You know, one of the things that we try to instruct our students, the business clients, is the fact that if you are involved and you are seen and you're heard,
Right.
Your personality comes through and people remember that. Not necessarily as much as they would remember a sign or something of that nature.
I always find that I'm more comfortable doing business with somebody that I've actually got to know, that I've socialized with a little bit. And trade associations are important too. Just about every business or every type of business has a trade association that the owner can be part of. And I was part of, or still am, I guess, the Towing and Recovery Association of Ohio here in Ohio. I've been a member of that since '94, 20 years now, and actually spent about 14 years serving on the state board. That allowed me to meet other people in my industry across the state and actually across the United States. Get to know my competition face to face and share trade secrets, share customers.
So you're an individual that would believe in talking with your competitors.
Oh, I certainly do. I certainly do.
Why is that?
Well, when I first started doing that, I guess it was just social at an event. But what I really enjoy about knowing those people is that when I get a call from a customer, my customer, and he says, I'm broke down and I'm 300 miles from home, I can say, I know someone in that area that will take care of you.
Good point.
And that comes back to customer service
Yeah.
and customer satisfaction.
Yeah.
And again, that's what I sell. I sell customer satisfaction. My platform is auto and truck repair, but my product is customer service. When I can give them a quick fix that's affordable, yeah, I can go 300 miles and take care of them, but
Yeah.
it's going to cost a lot of money. But I know someone that's right there, and I trust him. I know he'll take care of you. Him, her,
Yeah.
maybe.
Oh, that's good
A lot of
points.
times especially in towing and a lot of times in auto repair, it's a family-owned business. It's a him and a her. It's mom and dad or husband and wife. And getting to know them on a personal level gives me the ability to recommend them
That is very, very true.
and know what kind of service they're going to give my customer. Because my customer's not always going to be in my backyard when he needs service.
You know, most people feel that when you start a business, you make all sorts of money.
And you don't have to work very much.
That's right. You only have to dictate a letter.
A couple hours a week,
Yep. Then
long
then I'll-
vacations.
Yep. Go to the golf course. You
Balance the checkbook, yeah.
balance it. Yeah, the 3 or 4 checks that you
But
would
usually
write.
have so much money in the checking account that it doesn't matter.
That's right. That's at least what some of the students.
That's the myth that most of our
Yes.
students come into small business management with, right?
Yeah, and so, what have you found in the business that if you had a number of different students here, you would tell them?
I've been involved in business since I was a child because my families were all self-employed people. And while everyone was pretty successful, there's no magic bullet there. Years of struggle and putting everything back into the business instead of taking it home, putting it back into the business so the business can grow and so we can be where we are today. I left my desk last night at 11:30. I put in a lot of long hours. No one else is going to do it, so I do it. I build equity. I may not have a big paycheck, but I build equity. I think people need to look past the number in the checkbook and look at things like equity and
Things that they own that have great value.
there's nobody. I don't think anyone's going to get rich quick, but there's a tremendous amount of value in starting and owning a business.
That's true. We hear a lot from our clients in the small business development program, et cetera. They come to us asking for grants.
Grants. And you have a whole drawer full. We've talked about your drawer full of grants.
Yes, and I know that in the expansions of your business, et cetera, any monies that were tied to help in the form of grants or anything of that nature became very expensive also. You know, you had to, you want to share some of the risks that you had to take to,
I was fortunate enough to receive a grant. It took a lot of work to get to the actual grant, the money being granted to my company. The footwork it wasn't just me. I heard of, my daughter came in full-time, 40-hour-a-week employee to build my business plan. I mean, the grant was a small portion of the big pot.
like about 10%.
Yeah, 10 or less.
Yeah.
It was helpful, and a lot of people have called on me for help with grants since then. That was a stroke of luck, I think. It was something that was there. It had been there for 7 or 8 years, and I knew it wasn't always going to be there. But have I ever found another one? No. The government has programs for women-owned business, for instance, minority-owned businesses that help get contracts that put us in line for
Yes.
for contracting work, but they're not standing there with free money for us.
Right. Usually, most people don't necessarily understand that lower interest loans. For instance, if normal interest is 6% and you can acquire a 2% loan for 2 or 4 years, that is a grant.
I generally tell people when they're asking me about grants, don't hold out for a grant, look for the cheap money. The Ohio Treasurer's Office offers a program that does a 2% buy down. For me, that has been tremendous. I make
Yes.
a payment on it every month, but my principal goes away faster because of the way it's structured. And that's been a tremendous program for me. My daughter's taken advantage of it. I've taken advantage of it.
Good.
And it's one of the ways that the state of Ohio promotes growth and in small business, as well as job development, creating new jobs, creating and retaining new jobs. It's all tied to job retention and creation.
You know that there is a caveat to that. Better be up to date on your taxes.
Well,
I had
yeah.
a client that was interested in pursuing that until we found out that he's been very, very late on a couple of years of his taxes.
Oops.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. All your T's have to be crossed and your
That's
I's
right.
dotted.
That's right. And most people don't understand that taxes that you pay into that help to generate those programs. The government isn't really interested in creating jobs. They are interested in the taxes that you generate
From the jobs, yes.
from the jobs.
Yes.
Tammy, how long have you been in your new location?
A little over 4 years. It's been a little over 4 years.
And how many jobs did you create with
We
that
have an
expansion?
additional 16 jobs from what we had prior to that project. So between the two locations, we have a total of 30 jobs, from 14 to 30.
And these aren't minimum wage jobs.
No.
They are quality jobs.
I had a young man apply for work this week, and he was asking for minimum wage, and I said, I don't have any minimum wage jobs. I'm sorry. I don't start anyone that low. Some are better. The trained technicians are considerably better. There are some bottom level jobs that are $8.50 to $10 an hour. Yeah. But we were able to create probably at least 12, $14 and above.
Well, and when you look at the technology that goes to, you remember the days, maybe not, but I remember the days where to replace a starter on
I've replaced many starters.
very easy to do, 3 volts and disconnect and
But not now.
no.
But not now.
You used to be able to raise the hood and
yeah.
see the engine.
That's right. That's right. And they were easy to work on. Did you ever have a Ford Falcon?
No, I didn't.
I learned on a '64 Ford Falcon. As a matter of fact, my father just took that vehicle and is having it totally restored,
Yes.
turning it into a street rod.
And the neat thing is that there was plenty of room for not only the engine but for
Your hands.
Yes.
You could actually sit in there between the engine
Yes.
and the well.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. But now I found out that in my specific car, just to get a new starter, you have to move a bunch of things around.
To find it.
To
Just
find it. And some cars, they hide the batteries. Why did they hide the batteries?
So you take it to a trained service technician
That's
to
right.
replace it for you.
That's right.
And the whole point being is that the people that do the necessary repair are just not individuals that are weekend.
It's not just a guy that needs a job.
That's right.
It's a man that's, sometimes women, that's been trained to do the specific job. And even if it's not in under the hood or technical with reference to a car or truck, we are continually looking for training programs, everything from customer service to computer programs. We're doing a customer service program this week
Really?
We've got 3 classes scheduled this week to try and get all of our employees in. That's one I think that everyone should do, no matter what their job is. They should do the customer service. But it may be a belt class, or it may be a Microsoft class. But I'm always looking for programs. I feel like if I keep giving my employees new training and a certificate for a 2 or 4 hour class, they feel like I'm giving back, and then I do appreciate them.
Yeah.
And the time they give me.
That's very, very true. You know, I know that at the University of Rio Grande and Rio Grande Community College, they are tied in with a number of different programs. You know, Ohio State University also recognizes the need for quality training, just not in the technical skills, but in some of the general kinds of things. Wouldn't you say, Jason?
Absolutely, and I think you're right about customer service. I think that's a lost art. You know, when we were growing up, you know, you knew how to communicate with somebody. You knew how to look them in the eye and tell them the truth and carry on a conversation. And the newer generation, they don't have those skills anymore. You know, they're used to communicating through technology. Now, and they do a fine job at that. My sons communicate very well through texting and social media. Matter of fact, my wife is running the 4-H program here in Gallia County. She does 90% of it through social media. That's how the kids are communicating, so that's where she reaches them. But when you're in a business and you're face-to-face with people, you got to have that personal touch. You got to be able to communicate and offer that.
You do. And one of the things that the trainer says, specifically to my service people that service motor club, people that lock their keys in their car, for instance, is when you approach the customer, take your sunglasses off. Say hi.
Absolutely.
My name's Carrie. I'm here to assist you. And the simple things that people used to know,
Right.
How to greet someone, how to put them at ease. It seems that the worse the economy gets, and the more people struggle, the more particular they are about where they spend their money, and they want to know when they're spending their money that they're spending it with someone that's not too busy to give them the time of day.
Yeah.
So we've all walked into the gas station and the girl's on the phone and she throws your change at you and she's too busy to say hello, and that's what we try to avoid.
You know, the one pet peeve that I have, if I were king for the day over the businesses, and I would say don't ever do this, is that when you walk into a business and the phone rings and the person looks at you and says, hold on a minute, and carries on a different sales, I think that should be outlawed. Because in essence, when we take the time to go into a business such as yours, we are patient enough that when it's our turn, and when it is our turn, we should have that full attention.
Absolutely.
So it sounds like a training program that you need to put together.
Yes, on that one, I'll have 20 different phones ringing at the time and watch the people not grab them.
How to greet your customer.
Well, Pat and Mike is giving us a sign that we're starting to wind down. So let's let Tammi say a few more final comments about her business and how people can contact her if they need her services.
We have several methods of contact. You can find us on the internet at www.redsautocenter.com, www.redstruckcenter.com, and we're mobile friendly. We're in the phone book. You can find us on Google.
What's the phone book number? What's the one number?
It is 740
740
388
388
8547.
8547.
That's the 24-hour number for emergency service.
Ah,
And we
fantastic.
answer that 7 days a week.
Okay. Well, Tammi, I really appreciate you coming on to our show.
Well, again, thank you for having me.
We have to have you come back, and hopefully you'll bring another video with you. I think it's just a pleasure having you here on our program.
Thank you.
Jason, we have an interesting guest next week, Dog Warden of Gallia County. And
Mike, are you going to be sitting in on that one?
Yes. Lori will be here representing some dogs, helping those dogs.
We've spent some time volunteering there, some of the 4-H groups, and cleaning and
Fantastic.
taking care of animals. Yep.
I think it's great. Again, Tammy, thank you. Do come back. I'm Patrick.
I'm Jason.
And I'm Tammy.
Thank you, and have a great week.